Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I have pulled for you the Knight of Cups. This is describing your openness, and this openness is less naive than I believe it may have been in the past for you, Sagittarius, as you are known to be, in some ways, an innocent. A Virgo shares this quality with you at times. Gullible, but and I'm not laughing at your gullibility. I have many planets in Sagittarius. This is really about you having gained some ground in terms of your emotional maturity and composure. There's more confidence in what it is you have and what it is you have to offer, an understanding of your value. And you're moving forward with an openness on the basis of that. This is not just an open hand that is expecting the best in return. This is one who moves forward open to seeing where the opportunities lie and how they can be developed. So there feels like a lot of gravity to this open-heartedness. And I do believe that globally, the occurrence of so much chaos and for some catastrophe or ruin is part of the profundity of your willingness and ability to stay open despite the many challenges around you. In fact, it is the challenges around you that are helping you to gain the confidence that you're really prepared for this, that you really have the confidence to understand that you can get through this, that you can be open to this, and you can do this with an upbeat, positive energy that is instructive for those around you. You're determined to be positive, to keep this on the up and up, to show that you are not going to be defeated by whatever is occurring to you, and that you cultivate the sense of positivity every day. And this is a general reading, Sagittarius. It is not going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And in your present, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is a lovely card of productivity, collaboration on the terms of equity, of give and take. This is non-hierarchical. There are no bosses here. Everyone works together on something from a place of strength and with a willingness to learn from others who have a different but aligned expertise. So the sense here is that you're working with a team of people to improve upon something, to rebuild something better, to make something excellent, to create a resource that is available to many people. This is really about some creative or artistic manifestation as well. We're trading here on city building, world building, creating gardens, creating a community around agriculture, anything that combines and integrates various different disciplines into something that is not only solid and long-term, but is beautiful, is harmonious, interacts gracefully with the maximum capacity of individuals that can access that resource. In the past, the Seven of Pentacles. You've been looking at the progress that you've made for a while. And this shows me that you've been working on this something for a very long time. You're taking the time now to integrate the help of others, but it didn't come until you were able to look at how far you've gotten and how you could maximize the rewards or the benefits of what it is you're creating. This is the awareness that you're on the path, you're doing the best you can do, but you could get so much further with help. You're investing in the team in some critical way that requires this openness of heart, this curiosity around and confidence around what your value is, and then the ability to identify the value others bring and to work at that, to develop that together. So this is not about letting go of control of what it is you're creating or what it is you have to offer, but it is recognizing that uh, you can't control the creative process if you're all um, authentically or sincerely engaged in this process of creating something better than any individual member can imagine it. In the future, we have the High Priestess. Wow. I believe you are experiencing new emotions through your ability to evaluate your past, to reflect on the past, to experience this sense of openness from a place of knowledge and resources rather than from a place of just open-hearted giving. This is not a child's generosity that you are sharing with others now. This is a high heart knowing in the sense that you understand that your purpose, and you also understand that you can't grow and learn if you're holding on to the way you've done things in the past. And in order to prepare yourself for that, it requires your surveying your entire productive life, your entire productivity, what you have built, what you have achieved, and understanding that you've kind of reached a plateau here and that you can't go any further without opening up to the unknown. What you can't see, the invisible. You can't see what's in others' hearts or their heads, but you can reasonably identify those that are aligned with you, and you can recognize that you're in a position that you have had to earn. And this willingness and ability to continue to reflect upon your experiences of the past, you're reclaiming some position that you chose. And this always with the High Priestess, I feel that your ancestry is a key. For some of you, it's a cultural heritage, and it doesn't mean that that ancestral key or portal is something that is celebratory. This can be a history of loss, of migration, of displacement that you are healing through your efforts, but you've come to an understanding that you're part of a larger movement of evolution. And that's what is the wisdom that you are drawing upon and that is being built through your experiences. If this is resonating for you, Sagittarius, please like this video. Please share this with others if you are so inclined. I love hearing your thoughts and comments. I especially appreciate all the gratitudes. And subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled for you the Success card. I know that there's no greater goal than to love. This is phenomenal to me. Perhaps because of your openness, but also the way that you're reclaiming your heart. You're not holding back from what you don't know because you've learned enough, you've lived enough to understand where your strengths are and the confidence and faith in yourself that you can overcome any challenge, that success is assured to you because you believe in it. In the present, the Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. In order to open up your heart, you've had to detach yourself from a lot of powerful emotions from the past. and a lot of those emotions have been hurt. They have been betrayal. They have been oppression. Particularly for those of you, most of you, that are resonating with some cultural heritage that you in many ways are advancing. This is about almost a generational healing. The way you or your cultural group may be viewed is through the lens of stereotypes. It doesn't matter what your culture is. Others often have seen you negatively through these tropes that we establish in order to keep people in their place. Something about what you're doing is exceeding the generational expectation, and it isn't necessarily in wealth building for most of you. Most of you are moving beyond your family tradition, your generational through generational accomplishments that were not possible for those that came before you. And that also creates an incredible amount of social pressure on you, because you can see through and beyond those that conditioning that you received. And not just conditioning from your family, social conditioning that sees you based on your ethnicity, your racial alignment, whatever it is, in a certain way. And breaking those barriers is part of not only your vision, but also part of a social pressure to establish a new terrain, a new path, a new way forward for others like you. In the past, the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is about creating legacy. And it's so interesting because the legacy you've always been working on this break with generational limitations. Some would call it generational trauma. You have been working at this your whole life. You were born with a vision of something that you were later told or conditioned was not doable by people like you. And so your ability to kind of wedge yourself through that through successive efforts, through multiple tries, through giving it all you have. And that's what is showing here, in order to recognize your privilege, the privilege to even try these things in ways that are challenging the sense of oppression that you may have felt at times, the sense of limitation you may continue to feel. But you know now that what you're doing is modeling something for others, is showing others a way that may not have been familiar or occurred to them as possible. Some of you are actually contemplating legacies, teaching traditions, ways of opening up the historic tradition in a way that clears the way for a new vision, new accomplishment, higher achievement. In the future, the High Priestess is clarified by the Fool card and the Seven of Pentacles. Again, I thought that, yes, this is a repeat card. I like this because it's showing that, in fact, it is a plateau. Despite the openness of heart and the ability to collaborate, you had to get there by stopping in your tracks and looking at the terrain, looking at what you've achieved and honoring that and respecting that. And for some of you, that has been the challenge. Feeling that you haven't accomplished anything, feeling like you haven't done anything or haven't done the things you thought you would have or should have or could have, and really confronting that sense of no progress is part of the healing that you're experiencing right now through the High Priestess, through your connection with your ancestry, your culture, your heritage. That is what's helping you to realize the tremendous value in what you have achieved. And that is what is liberating you. This is the liberation that your ancestors have wished and hoped for, and what you're showing your ancestors that is being celebrated. This is the help that you are rewarding your ancestors for. And this is about not needing to know what the end result is. Simply being on the path you now know is enough to break those curses, break those limitations that others have said and believe are not for you. This is such a beautiful reading, Sagittarius. I'm going to finish this off with a crystal oracle and hope that this has been insightful to you. And I pulled the selenite. Interesting. Clear the clutter. And this feels as though it's really commenting upon the, my third eye is just really itching and jumpy right now. This is about recognizing your achievements. If you stay mired in the detritus of your past, then it is hard to see the way forward. And your uncluttering is another way of thinking about simplifying your life in order to continue to move on the path of your unique achievement. Holding on to things from the past is really keeping you attached to things that have stopped serving. I bet some of you have stuff you don't even know where it came from, but you've been holding on to these tchotchkes and documents, books, whatever it is. So this is sort of a meditation mantra for you, Sagittarius. I hope it helps. Until next time, namaste.